Yeah, no, I was delighted with the move. Itching to get going for pre-season and really excited with Bedford, everything to with the club and it's a real special club. Like I've kind of followed it for years, especially with Sean French being there the last year. I've been kind of following it more, and it's a kind of it's a real appealing club. Like so, I was delighted to get my name down there and be a part of it. Like so, yeah.
Yeah, it's fair to say the club in recent years has had a very strong Irish contingent. You, as part of that, have very strong links to the club. Joey and Sean, you know, both personally. Can you just talk us through um, sort of growing up with those two in the sort of junior and Munster age setups?
Yeah, so myself and Joey would have been the year ahead of me with Munster and everything, but we both kind of played our schools rugby against each other. Then we played Munster. We were kind of in. I was in sub academy, he was in the academy, so we were friendly in Munster training. We trained together there. So me, myself, and Joey have good connection. It's great that he's there. And then Sean, it'll be great to reunite with Sean because we haven't played with each other for years, but we played all schools rugby together and we were good friends during school and coming up now, both Corkmen, like we only live 15 minutes away from each other at home. So it's great to be reuniting with Sean over in Bedford.
And don't want to put you on the spot too much. I'll try and take you back to 2017. What can you remember about playing against the club in that British and Irish Cup
Uh,
game?
that was I was only that was my first A Munster A game, but it was great. I think it was on in Musgrave Park, and all I remember is freezing cold as it normally is in Cork. Like so, but Bedford game was good, a good hammering that day. Like so, yeah, it was good.
Do things like that stick out in your mind? You're talking about kept an eye on the club. I guess your first game is obviously an important one that sticks in your mind. Was that part of why you followed the club over a number of years?
Definitely, yeah, and I think that's definitely a reason to it. And I think Bedford's always been a real kind of prominent club in the championship, and it's a club that everyone knows. And even like when Sean first kind of signed, I really picked up and watching games and everything, and you just see like the crowds that come to the games, and 3 o'clock on a Saturday, and Goldington Road looks unbelievable. Like so, it's I just I loved watching, kind of following it on social media and everything, and then the style of rugby and everything Bedford played at the time, watching it from the outside was unreal. Like so, yeah, I was even from there when I played in 2017, it was something that I always watched and thought like, it's a real proper club. Like so, yeah.
You join us from Gloucester, spent a couple of years there. If you could hone it into one thing, why the move now into the championship and why you joining us here at Bedford Blues?
Um, yeah, I think it's a hard one really to come down to one real reason, but I think definitely a change, maybe a change of environment and everything. And then I think this Bedford plays such an appealing rugby, and the stage I'm at in my career is where like I want to be playing rugby week in week out. And I think when I sat down and spoke with Mike, that was something that um, there's always regular game time for people, and they're good at getting people game time. So I think it was something that when the opportunity came, I thought like it's kind of made in stone for me. So I was delighted with it, really. Yeah.
And you will battle it out for the tight head jersey, predominantly with Ocean Heffernan. He's got Irish links as well. It's
Yeah.
all becoming a little bit confusing because three of our props are now from Ireland. But I guess from that settling in period, it is going to be difficult to join Bedford. I guess you've done the transition from Ireland to England. You've done that with Gloucester, but to come to Bedford, it's kind of a weirdly a second home for you, even though you've never been here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like when I first went to Gloucester, when I moved from Ireland to England, at the start I struggled, as you would, as anyone would, moving different countries, and everything. But I think this time round, like I'm probably a bit older, more mature. Like I know what's coming. Like, but it will help a lot when there's Irish links there, and especially when I'm speaking to the lads, how close the lads are off the field and everything too. So I like. I think it'll be a good, smooth sailing transition. So hopefully,
Yeah, your first experiences of the championship. You join a championship potentially people would say in transition in terms of, well, the Premiership as well, in fairness, at the moment. But you join a championship that's involved in the Premiership Cup next season. It's
Mhm.
quite exciting for you, I guess, because you could come up against your old club, Gloucester. It could be here at Goldenton Road. We try and bring an upset, or we go to Kingsholm. We could face Saracens. We could face Quins. Who knows? The fixtures haven't been released yet. So as well as a league season, you've got a very exciting cup competition to take part in as well. I guess that just builds the excitement for you as well.
Definitely, yeah, and it's something, when you go into pre-season, it gives you good hunger to get like working hard and get the stuff done in pre-season, because they're the games you want to be involved in. Like, when you're playing teams like Saracens and Gloucester, and if that the Prem Cup, I think is it'll be a good way with lads to show what you're about, and it'll be a good marker for us as a team to see where we're at, like coming into the season. So it's really exciting, to be fair.
I'm sure you've spoken to Joey and Sean about it. Last season, a fourth place finish. We were very delighted with that. Highest part-time professional club. I'm sure you know all the things I'm going to reel off. We finished above full-time sides. You join a squad with a lot of continuity, which I guess will help because you know boys and you can settle in quite easily. How do we continue the progression? Because you've been with Gloucester the last few years, they've been building. What building blocks did they put in that maybe we could do here to make sure that we keep our transition as well?
Yeah, well, I think it's just the kind of hours you put in during the week, isn't it? It's hard to say, like, but I think what's really important is, and what seems to be in Bedford, is the squad being so close, and like, boys are enjoying their time off the field too, and everyone's so close. And I think like when boys are have good relationships and everything, I think it shows in the field. Like, so, you train hard during the week, but there's no reason why this year I can't be better than fourth. It's really excited, to be honest. Like,
I guess Joey and Sean did the sales pitch for you. Would have obviously spoken to the coaches as well.
hmm.
At the moment with Gloucester, there's quite a good link between Bedford and Gloucester. Obviously, in the centres, Billy Twelvetrees, Mark Atkinson both played here. Did you speak to anybody at Gloucester before deciding to come to Bedford?
I had chats. To be fair, I knew Billy Billy Twelvetrees is a great guy, and he's been a great mentor. Like, the last few years, when he's a guy that you could always ask questions or any advice or anything, even off rugby. So when the opportunity came, I just asked them, and like, it didn't take long for me to think, "Wow, um, it's a great opportunity." But Billy, he didn't take long for him to sell it to me, to be honest. Like, so.
Yeah, and you'll be battling against him, I guess, because he's just signed Bryan. I guess that adds a little bit of spice to that fixture for you as well.
Yeah. Well, I suppose every team in the championship now, there'll be a bit of spice. So I'm just looking forward to getting stuck in, really, to be honest. Yeah, I'm really excited.
One of the key themes that you've spoken about during this interview is the crowd numbers. You notice it on TV, you've seen it here before. It's the same way I always end interviews with our new signers. Do you have a special message for our Blues family heading into the 2023-24 campaign?
Oh, just I'm looking forward to seeing you, hopefully, in Goldington Road soon on a Saturday at 3 o'clock. I've heard so much about the noise and the crowds and everything, and I'm looking forward to just soaking up myself and seeing what it's like. So, really excited to just get into the club now, meet faces, and be a part of it. Like, so, it's a great time.
Well, Bryan, it's really pleasing to welcome you to Goldenton Road. We look forward to seeing you in pre-season in about 2 weeks' time, and I'm sure we'll catch up at various points during the 2023-24 campaign. But best of luck with your time here in Bedford.
Thanks, man.